So hello and what's up everybody, welcome back to Screen Technicals. Today in this video we are going to create our menu page. So let's don't waste our time in talking, let's directly start coding, right? So in the previous video we have created, you can say, this login page. We have just you can say done this check, right? So now what I'm doing, I'm just going to open my menu.html page and I'm going to create the template first. So at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a section with an, you can say, id of, that is section underscore it is section underscore 4, right? Now make sure you are giving the correct id because it is going to inherit the css from the static folder, right, that I have already written for you, right? Now what I'm doing is I'm just copying it from my source code, right? That is the text, these things, right? This h1 and this p text. Now save this thing, go to the browser. Okay, browser, refresh it, let's go to the menu page and let's see. You're going to see these things, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a class at this point. Class of it is menu. Save it to the browser, refresh. Okay, go to the browser, refresh it, and you can see these things. So this is actually working, right? Now after this I'm going to create a div with a class of pizza. Okay, pizza underscore container underscore. Okay, it is underscore box. If you want, you can just copy these things from my source code, or you can just type it manually, just as I'm doing, right? Now inside this we are going to create a form, right? So form, just like this, and I'm going to give it a action of right now has, and I'm going to give it a method of obviously post method, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a class of, let's say the class will be card, right? And then inside this I'm going to create another div for image, right? So I'm going to give it a class of image, and then inside this I'm going to have my image of my pizza, right? So for right now let's write here img tag, and we want a demo, you can say our demo source of, you can say, image, right? So just open up this and go to your unsplash, right? So unsplash, if you don't know what is unsplash is, then unsplash, you can just go to this website and you can download a lot of you can say copyright free images, right? So let's say I'm searching for any of the images, clicking on this image, right? Not on this image, I want an image of pizza, right? So let's search for pizza, we enter, and let's see. Okay, you can see the images of pizza at this point. So as I'm clicking on this, if you want, you can download this. For right now I'm not downloading this, so right click at this point, open image in new tab, right? Just copy this entire link, paste at this point, save this, right? Go to this point and just refresh your website, and you can see this at this point, right? Now let's go to the VS Code, and after this image what we are going to do is we are going to create another div with a class of pizza content. So I'm going to create a dot pizza underscore okay content, just like this. Now hit enter, and inside this we are going to have you can say some inputs, right? Now the first input is going to be the input of my serial number, right? Then we are going to create in our models. So for right now just give it a name equals to SNO and an ID of equals to SNO. Now I will be telling you the logic behind this, but first let's create the template, and after creating the models and then creating the logic in our views.py, you are going to understand what I'm doing actually in the templates, right? So just keep going with me, guys, and I will be clearing your doubts, right? Now what I'll do is what I'm going to give it a value, right? and the value will be actually coming. For right now I'm just giving it as 1, and it will be actually coming from my database, or you can say from my, yes, obviously from the database, right? But let's for right now make it a static as right equals to 1, and give it a style of equals to display to none. Okay, now you will be thinking, what is this why I'm just doing this display to none, right? Now because I'm doing this because I don't want to show this input text, right? As I can say, I have just added this value, right? So actually dynamically I will be adding the value from the database, right? So it will be automatically filled, and then when we will be just submitting, you can say that order now button, then this form will be automatically submitted, right? So you are going to understand this after creating the logic of this. So let's just keep going with me, and let's create the template first, right? And I'm going to create another input tag right at this point, and I'm going to give it a name of user underscore login. Okay, or you can say logged in. I want to get the logged in user, that is, or you can say the current logged in user, right? So I can just name it as um, you can say user underscore logged in, just like this. So I want to actually fetch the logged in user, right? And the value will be it is pretty much simple. I'm going to first check. Okay, I will check if request dot user, right, dot is underscore authenticated, right? And then just I'm going to just remove this nd from this point, and I'm going to paste that at this point, right? And the value will be request dot user, you can say dot user simply, right? This is I'm just, you can say, sending my current user model, or you can say the name of my current user, right? Or you can just add here dot user name if you want, but this is same as writing this one, right? Now the display will be none of this event, right? And after this, you can say input tag. I'm going to create an h2 tag, right? And at this point I'm going to write my pizza name. Let's say it is Indian pizza right now, right? And then a p tag where it will have a description. So I'm writing here dummy text of lorem 10, let's say. And then after that we are going to have, you can say, our button. So I'm going to create a div with the class of, you can say, this pizza underscore order underscore btn underscore box. So okay, I'm not opening the MySQL right now, right? It is box. So my apologies, right? Now inside this, you can say, inside this container I'm going to create an h2 tag, right? And I'm going to show the pizza price at this point. Let's say for right it is 1.2, and then I'm going to show the button. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a button for this point, right? And the button type will be equals to submit, just like this. Okay, submit, right? Okay, not mid, this mid, and it will be order now, just like this, right? And at this point we are going to, you can say, go for a check. So writing here simply check, right? Now we have to just do this check before and after this, right? So I'm just making it like this, so that we will, when we'll just do the check, we just, so that we can know that we have to do a check at this point, right? Now after doing this much of thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you can say, after this div, right, inside this section, I'm just going to copy, you can say, the message that I have, right? So I'm going to paste that at this point. Now you will think, when I'm not typing this one, because there's nothing with this, right? You can see this is simple div with the class of this. Now you might be thinking, I'm typing this much of thing, because if you see my source code, then you're not going to find, you can say, just like this, because there are different types of checks, there will be different types of checks, then there will be different types of, you can say, a for loop. So that is done after, you can say, creating the models and the logic, right? So this is actually, I'm just giving a brief, you can say, simple card I'm just creating, you can say, right? And then I have a script that I want to, you can say, add at the bottom of this section at this point. As I have told you, you don't have to write any thing about, you can say, you don't have to write a single line of JavaScript, so you can just copy and paste the thing, right? And this is, you can say, simple event handling, right? I'm just handling, you can say, there is this one, this div, right? Closing and opening of this div, just like this, right? Now save this much of thing, go to the browser, refresh this page, and you're going to see these things, this Indian pizza, look at, right? And you're going to find this, so we can let's see what can we do that for that. Okay, we're going to see this because we will change this pizza, right, this thing, to actually price. Actually we are showing, you can see, the price at this point. That's why we have to change this to price. Okay, it is actually price underscore order underscore ptn underscore box. So make sure you are writing the correct classes. Save this thing. Let's go to the browser, refresh that, and you can see this thing, right? You can see this thing, that's working, right? And let's see our actual site first. This is pizza-corner.herokuapp.com, and I'm going to close this thing, right? Let's see. Okay, you can see this point, and just click on this menu button. Okay, it's saying login to continue. Let's just logging at this point. Okay, close this one. Never successfully logged in. Click on the menu. Okay, so this is what is actually happening. Everything is just like this. So one thing we can do, we can just increase this thing to Lauren 20. Save this. Let's see, now it should work. Okay, it's just showing just like this. So let's see what is going to be wrong with that. We can just fix that, right, just like this. Give it a class. This much of CSS we can write, because this is manageable, right? So I hope you can manage this, right? So I'm gonna write here class, or you can say text okay dash religion dash, okay, not dash, it is colon, and I hope so it is std star semicolon. Save this. Let's see now how it's looking. Refresh it, and okay, it's still looking like just like that. And one thing we can do at this point is this looks nice, I hope so. Okay, we can do that start, or you can start here left important, just like this. Save this. Let's refresh the page, and let's see this is working or not, or is it still not working. So I think there is something behind, you can see there is something problem in the CSS, right? But that can be manageable, right? But it's manageable, right? What we can do is at this point, let's see, let's try to remove the padding to 0. Save this, refresh this, not this, just refresh this thing, and it's not working. So one thing we can do is I can just give it a we are just giving it a class, just make it as style, right? And then okay, just control Z, and then right here style. Save this, refresh the page, and let's see. Yeah, now it's working, right? So actually we're just giving the class, it is actually style, right? So my apologies. Now let's see. Yeah, now this looks far better than that, right? Okay, now this is what we have done till right now. Now what we're going to do is we are going to create, you can say, our products. So in the next video we are going to see that we are going to create our models for this. Now what are models we're going to be talking in the next video. So thanks for watching this video guys, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.